Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to the Wealth, Health, and Wellness channel. Just trying to connect with tribe, trying to connect with my family, trying to connect with my soul tribe, with my kindreds, you know what I'm saying? We in the building, tap in with me. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's grow together. But man, just on a real note, I'm here to give inspiration, motivation. I was supposed to start this YouTube channel probably 12, 15 years ago. Just to be honest, I was supposed to start it about 12 to 15 years ago. And for 15 for sure, I remember, when I was in my old home and I was in the garage doing a lot of things and trying to start my channel and never did. Procrastination is a one thing. If you need to get something out of your life, the one main thing it need to be is procrastination. Just get rid of procrastination. That's the number one killer of dreams, hopes, aspirations. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing with procrastination in your life. You're gonna keep putting off and keep putting off. And time is one thing that we can't get back. Time is super valuable. And a lot of people don't realize how valuable time is until they get much older in life. A lot of people don't have mentors and people in their family or in their surrounding circle to let them know, how to do things. You know what I mean? So stop procrastination right now. And you gotta get up and get up, get out and get something. You know what I mean? You gotta get after it. You know what I'm saying? Got to get after it. But man, it's the health. Well, I'm sorry. My apologies. This is the Wealth, Health, and Wellness squad. You know what I mean? This is the Health, Wealth, and Wellness tribe. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show y'all how to be wealthy, healthy. It's overall it's a wellness about that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, the first thing you want to do is get healthy. Once you get healthy, then that's creating inner wealth. Once you create inner wealth, then you can start to create outer wealth. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. You just sit there and think about it. And, if you don't get it now, you'll get it later. Just keep thinking about that one. You know what I mean? And if you got your health right and then your wealth becomes right, that's an overall sense of wellness. Okay? It's also, to be honest, it's also spirituality. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at spirituality as something more like religious type. Spirituality is how you live your day to day. How you take care of yourself, how you love yourself. How you eat. Your diet, nutrition. You know what I mean? How you go about your day to obtain some type of wealth. And it's all overly for, overall it's for, it's a wellness thing, you know what I mean? It's a wellness thing. Don't nobody want to be in this world and be unhappy, sad, upset, miserable. You want to live in this world and be happy, proud, energetic, you know what I mean? And there's all of those positive things that you want to be. You know what I mean? You want to be in a higher state of mind. You want to tap into your higher self. But think about that. Really sit down with yourself, look into yourself, and figure out the things that you need to remove from your life, and then figure out things that you may need to pour in and put into your life, you know, because you're first gonna have to remove a lot of things before you can bring in new things. You know what I'm saying? And man, you know, I ain't not to keep y'all too long, but definitely more longer videos coming in the future, in the very near future, real soon. You know, tap in with the tribe, Wealth, Health, and Wellness Tribe. And we know we got a lot to cover on this journey. We're covering fitness, nutrition, you know, like I said, wealth, you know, money, stress, you know, emotions, spirituality, and a whole lot of things, you know, just to kind of put it all together. You know, life in general is a totality of all these things, and it's broken down into so many different segments. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with me, hit the like, subscribe, share. Let's grow, let's grow, let's grow, baby, in 2026. Peace.